Hello YouTube. This is my first video, so I apologise in advance, it's a bit shit. First of all, this is my tank, just after feeding my Discus, amongst the others. I feed them Beefheart and bloodworms on this occasion. Got this guy in here who's been bullied. Only recently got him. And the main culprit is this guy. So I've been setting up a hospital tank. Well, it's more a bowl corner in this case. You may see him got some water out of this tank because I have the hospital tank set up over there with a sponge that was in my main tank. So there should be no problems with the cycle, but I will check that. I was initially going to put in the new guy and just get him feeding, but he is eating. So I think if I get rid of the bully, he might come out and get his part in the tank. So this is just a quick intro, because this is my first video of my tank. It's a 240 litre Eheim aquarium. I've got the FX6 running it. It's like way overkill on the aquarium, but it's kind of needed when you have a Discus tank, I find. Especially when I'm feeding them Beefheart, bloodworms and all sorts of things. Try fatten them up. See, there we go again. Anyway, this video isn't about that. What I'm going to do in this video is make some Beefheart. And what I've got for it is the heart, some salmon, banana, egg yolks. Well, I'll remove the egg yolks, garlic. These are some colour granules, and spirulina, I think it's pronounced. Multivitamin tablets. I'll just squeeze some of it's liquid inside in tablets, so I'll just squeeze some of that into it, and some peas. Oh no, sorry, and some lettuce. I know a lot of people use spinach, but I was looking for a new recipe, and this person seems to think that spinach isn't all what people make out to be, and actual peas and lettuce for the roughage will do a much better job. I'm going to stop this video and come back when I've got the heart chopped up and the fish, because the heart will take maybe an hour, because you have to remove all the veins and fat and everything. Like pretty much probably over half of the heart will actually be gone by the time I'm finished with it. But I'll show you the leftovers, and I'll come back and I'll show you the preparation of the other ingredients once I have them chopped. Okay, Beefheart has been chopped up. This is just leftover crap. Big massive bag. This is where the butchering happened. It took probably about 50 minutes in total. And as well, I kind of prepped some of the other stuff, so I didn't want to be boring you guys with just the general. I'll just tell you the measurements, it'll be easier. So what I've got in here so far is just lettuce and peas, and there's about half a cup of peas and maybe a cup of lettuce. I haven't exactly, I'm just kind of guessing because it's not broken up, but I've washed the two of them and just threw them in there. I've also got 4 cloves of garlic, egg yolks, just 2 egg yolks, just cut them in half to make sure they were cooked, 1 banana, multivitamin, and spirulina, should I say. That'll focus now. Anyway, and colour granules. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them all in there and blend them up. Back to you in a second. Now, everything fired in. Leave this on for maybe 15 seconds. Now let's see what we've ended up with. Okay. First glance I see not everything has kind of made its way down to the blade, so I'll just knock some of it down into it. And now while it's in this kind of a texture, which is the kind of texture I'm looking for, I will add the multivitamin. I thought it would stick best, I'll just pause. Okay, I've added the tablets. You might be able to see there if it focuses, them little kind of splodges. That's, I just pierce the tablet and squeeze in the insides into this mix. And now I'll blend it back up and hopefully that should be good to go then. Pretty good now. You don't want it to be too runny. You know, that kind of texture is about perfect. Sorry, no, I'm absolutely shit with this camera. Not very good at multitasking. Right. So that's the first part of it done. And now it's time to add the beef heart and the fish. So while I was preparing all that, I just threw them in here into the fridge. So here's the beef heart, and you can see that considering the heart was probably bigger than that plate, that's all that comes out of it. And I will comment just before I fire that in, and a few tips for chopping that beef heart. I didn't cut the beef heart on camera intentionally because I didn't think many people want to sit down for an hour and a half watching this video. So this is the salmon. It took literally 5 minutes to cook, or sorry, to cut. So I'll tell you what this is anyway. This is, I got this from the fish shop. It's wild caught salmon. It's always best to get a salt water fish when feeding your tropical freshwater fish, because other freshwater fish may pass on diseases or pathogens or whatever to your fish, whereas the saltwater won't. And as well, salmon is probably the highest nutritional quality, and this cost me I think €4. Wasn't too bad. And actually here, while I have a chance, I'm going to go over and look at my favourite new fish, because you look at, sorry I got cut off there, but looking at my favourite fish. What is my new fish? It's kind of like a snake skin, blue snake skin I think he was called. Gone hiding again. The other guys I got when they were about 2 inches, and they're gone huge. But my other Beefheart mix that I made maybe 6 months ago, that I'm just kind of out of now, which is why I'm making more. I'm using a different formula this time, because the last time I used gelatin as the binder, which turned out to be a terrible mistake. So like, I literally had to turn off my filter every single time before I fed my fish, because it just blew everywhere in the tank. So I'm hoping According to this recipe, the banana should be an adequate binder, so we'll have to see. We'll do a follow-up video to let you know how the food actually goes when I put it in the tank tomorrow or whenever. For now, I'll just talk a bit more about the beefheart I'm making. So you can see the mix is done. That's just all the kind of extras to the main part, which is the beefheart and the salmon. So the salmon took me, I'd say, not even 5 minutes to dice up. Just make sure there's no bones in it. Cut off the skin. That was an easy job. Beefheart took me maybe 45 minutes. It's kind of a tedious job. You have to really make sure that absolutely no fat or any veins or anything is in this, because tropical fish cannot digest it and it could block them up if they swallow it. So it's very important to just take your time with that aspect of it. It should look something like this. Cut up into small pieces to kind of prove that you've been quite thorough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire that in here now and hope for the best. Right, so that's the beef in. And now this is the salmon. Get a wee bit in there. A lot of nutritional value in that salmon. And this would probably need to be on for 2 minutes or so, so I will pause the video temporarily while I get this done. Okay, so maybe not even 2 minutes. It's looking pretty good right now. It needs, like, it already is a massive improvement to what I did last time, because I hold it on the spoon and it pretty much stays on, whereas last time when I done it, it just falling off and like slops. Like the fact that it's sticking together here means it'll surely stick together when I throw it into the tank, you know, because this is like room temperature, it's not making it cold or anything. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the turnout of that. Alright, so I will do a follow-up video on this to show you how it is when I throw in the tank and make sure it doesn't cloud the water and all that, like it shouldn't. Because this is in a way my own recipe, but really bits and pieces of two recipes. Like my last recipe was pretty successful in the sense that the food quality was good. It just the binding. Yeah, so the quality of my last food, as I was saying, I got cut off again, but the quality of my food last time was good. It's just the gelatin was the mistake, and in this I just had the more options available. Like I used some of the same things from the last recipe, beefheart obviously, but I used liver in the last one, whereas I used fish in this one. So see how that goes. The last one I used 4 multivitamin tablets again, so and fish seemed fine, so I'm not concerned about that been overdosing. The last time I put in 6 garlic cloves. The recipe has kind of more using this time. It said to use 2 garlic cloves, so I met in the middle to use 4 because the garlic is antibacterial and it is raw meat and fish, so I said 4. I'll go a little bit extra. Like it makes the food smell pretty good and the fish seem to like the smell of it too, so I'll stick with that. The egg yolks, very important, you don't put in any egg whites. So keep that in mind. Hard boil, cut them in half, make sure they're completely cooked, and then just take out the yolk and they're good to go. The spirulina you can get anywhere. Well, anywhere. You can get in like health food stores. I actually got this off Plymouth Discus. I actually got this whole lunchbox of stuff off Plymouth Discus. Just like there's like pellets and all sorts of stuff, and warmer, and also these color granules. The spirulina is good for their immune system. It kind of tells you on it, see, boosting your fish's immune system. This one here, it says color granulate contains high amount of essential components like proteins, oil, carbohydrates and vitamins and minerals to keep tropical fish in excellent conditions. So I've put both of them in. Banana, make sure it's ripe so it's a bit stickier, because that's obviously it's a superfood anyway, but the main, well, for me, hopefully the purpose of me putting it in there personally was just that it actually sticks the food together, because that was my main problem. And oh yeah, lettuce and peas, I forgot about them. That's just kind of, it's good for their systems as well. And roughage, I suppose, is what they call it, isn't it? So I just put in about half a cup of peas and about a cup of lettuce, and that's it. So I'm going to pack it into some freezer bags, food quality freezer bags of course, and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, that's a wrap. So I've shoved them all into freezer bags. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freezer bags. Like, they wouldn't be very thick in them freezer bags, because it's just much easier to break off bits. I'd say maybe a centimetre in thickness, all the bags. I think the last one's probably more like 2 millimeters. I just have to kind of make do with that one, but the rest are probably close to a centimetre in each bag. You know, I'd say a bag will last you a month, depending how many fish you'd have. It'll last me a month. You know, because I feed other food to my fish as well. It's not just Beefheart, so this will be mainly for the Discus, obviously. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, subscribe. I'm only new to this, and providing I get some likes and subscriptions, I'll continue to do it. Thank you.